Hi everyone, it's me, Mechanic Dave, and yes, I bought a mini bike. How could I not? I couldn't resist. It was a good deal. So let's review what we got real quick. This is a 2021 Trailmaster MB200. This is the base model for the Trailmaster mini bikes. The MB200X and the 200X Hurricane both have a front disc brake, which I would have gotten if we had them in stock at work. But this is all we had left over was the base model, and pretty good deal, 500 bucks. You know, I'm not too upset about it. It's got a VIN. We can make it trail legal, and I've even seen people make these things street legal. It's a little 196cc motor, you know, bone stock, nothing to do with it. And I intend to fix that. Oh boy, what kind of goodies do we have here? We got all kinds of goodies. So start left to right. So this right here is a rear seat for a bicycle. I'm hoping I can add it onto this back rack and kind of have a back seat deal going on. We have a new carburetor and upgraded jets. I believe we have the big secondary jet in there that's all drilled out, and we have a number 90 and a number 85 jet. These carburetors should have a number 35 jet in them stock with a small drilled hole secondary jet. Next we have this K&N style air filter, and this I didn't even have to buy. That's a leftover from the catch can from the Veloster. We got some LED lights for this thing. I'm pretty sure, however, this thing uses AC instead of DC current, so I have to put in a voltage step down to convert it over. We have handlebar risers to give it a better lift up to it. There's the velocity stack that goes on the carburetor to adapt the air filter. We have mirrors. Hello. Mirrors that clamp on. We have an exhaust. Looks a little used up because I'll be honest, I kind of already installed it once. Just wanted to hear how it sounded. That's pretty fucking noisy. We have these new upgrade aluminum. Well, they were nice. These nice upgraded aluminum foot pegs to replace these little things. They're pretty dingy, and they're just cheap aluminum, and I've actually split those before. So I got nice full aluminum ones. We have a phone holder to hold the phone for a speedometer and all that. And then the big thing, we have upgraded rear suspension with adjustable coilovers. And I obviously had to get the red anodizing. So these bikes have some of the best factory suspension you can get for a mini bike. Like I said, obviously this is the base model, not the X model. But I mean, these things are pretty stout. They use those on a lot of go-karts. So it's a pretty decent bike all the way around. And a perfect building block for all this stuff. And believe it or not, all this together probably cost like 200-ish bucks. Pretty decent for all this stuff. And then the bike was 500, so really only into this for 700 bucks, which is not bad. So we're going to be installing all this in the video and then firing it up, taking it for a drive. We'll call this the stage 2 build. Most because the engine upgrades are stage 2, and obviously those are way beefier, way stiffer shocks. They're taller. I might not even have to adjust them down. They'll be so good, but we'll test everything once it all comes off. So let's get to it. One thing I did notice the other day, as I was bringing it home, see that little plastic guy in there? That is a fuel filter that goes on the bottom and feeds the line right to the carburetor. It's just a little in-tank filter. And I'm pretty sure that was leaking. And, oh yeah. Yeah. Whether that's water or gas, mixture of the two. I did watch it the other day because it was so nice. So let's break into this. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to install the handlebar risers and then the mirrors and phone holder. That'll be the big thing out of the way, and then everything else is all at the bottom. So ready to get to that. These are pretty self-explanatory. unbolt factory ones, and I think you remove this part, but we're gonna leave it on there, give us that little extra piece. Okay, with the handlebars off, tell you this is about what we're gonna do. So it's gonna sit on there, and then that's gonna be on top, and then that's where our handlebars are gonna sit. All right, so this is it loosely installed. You can see it's much taller, so I'm gonna sit on it and hold the bars where I like it, tighten it down with the Allen, and that's the first mod. Should be all done. And just like that, handlebars went from being mounted down here to then mounted up here, and it's in a comfortable spot. Luckily, none of the wires or cables had too much tension on them. Brake cable still got a ton of slack. Throttle cable still got a ton of slack. Kill switch wire still got a lot of slack. So we're all good there. I think it looks way better. So now that the handlebars are at the height that we want, now we're going to mount the phone holder. I'm going to mount it in the middle right here, and then mirrors both around. I might end up moving the brake handle over and having the mirror mount right there, but we'll see. I haven't test fitted any of these things yet. All right, phone holder is not too hard to install. You just have this top clamp, which clamps onto the bar, and then you have this lock ring that goes on first, and then you press the whole thing on, twist it. It all opens and expands, and then there's this little locking tab in the back. So we're gonna test it out right quick. Yeah, I'd say it works pretty well. I think it's definitely gonna vibrate though. I'm just hoping it doesn't rotate too much while driving, but it should be fine. You know, it'd be good for a speedo. I don't know if there's little cutouts for the camera in the back. Yeah, there's no real cutouts for a POV driving shot. But all right. Oh well. Next is the mirrors. So they come with these little pieces of rubber, which I assume go in there. 2 little 8mm screws, and it threads in at the top, and it comes with these little threaded bushings, which go up in there like that, and then figure out where you want it. So right there, and then clamp it, and it should be out like there. Look at that beautiful fucking Mustang. All right, so I've got one mirror kind of installed. This is gonna need to get tightened pushing down, and hopefully it doesn't interfere at the top. If so, I'm gonna have to add like a washer of sorts. It comes with an Allen wrench, so you can tighten the Allen nut. And one thing I did notice, that these are sticky, so you peel the sticky off, put it on your grips where you want, and then you clamp onto it. And then the rubber kind of crimps a little bit. So you just gotta make sure that it's not gonna move like this or like this while you're riding. So we just need to get it tight, but I think that's somewhat decent. And it can, yeah. I could have saved $3 if I got the red mirrors instead. God damn it. But ain't bad. So I thought I stripped the thread out of the back. Turns out it just fucking split in half. So that's really not good. Awesome. Well, I guess I'll keep tightening it and fucking send it. Because I'm not waiting another week for another mirror to come in. So, and also, I would have to end up paying for it because this is not product defectiveness. This is me possibly over tightening. Maybe I didn't need the rubber on there. I don't know. But didn't have that issue on this one. And it split pretty fucking straight on that one. It is what it is, I guess. Even with a monster split in it, it doesn't really move around all that much. So I don't think it'll be that big a deal. Throw some black paint in there to make me forget about it. But, seems to work. I don't know where they need to be angled at, but something like that maybe. Yeah, I think that's all right. How's it look from the front? Yeah, looks like a bike. Well, I went to go hit the brake lever to see, and it obviously moves a tiny bit. And that tiny bit of movement was enough to completely shatter the entire clamp of this thing. So this whole light, or not light, this whole mirror is now completely useless. And now I only have one mirror. So that's fucking lovely. Yep, top quality from China. I'm wondering with where it broke, if I can cut it down and put a longer bolt in the top there and mount it like that. And that shouldn't break. That's steel, not aluminum. I think that's what I'm gonna try and do, is cut that down a little bit more and try and bolt it to the existing thing so I still have my two mirrors. But that is pretty disappointing, not gonna lie. These were like 15 something bucks, but it is still disappointing to say the least. Okay, the day is saved. I was able to use the bolt, which was longer than the Allen screw, and it's the same thread, and I just cut the end down much more. It sits kind of nice over the round edge, and bolted it on, and boom, we're back to having two mirrors and not being upset. So just a little bit of modification, unnecessary modification. Maybe it was necessary, maybe I'm just a gorilla, but it all worked out in the end. So I figured next what we'll do is we'll install some of those pegs while we're doing aesthetics, and then the final thing to finish off the aesthetics will be the rear seat area. So let's get doing the pegs. It should be pretty self-explanatory. Came with ball bearings, springs, small brackets, and pins. Fuck if I know. So basically what I can work out is that spring goes in the not so all the way hole, and then it goes ball, and then ball goes on the outer two holes, and the pin goes through the through hole, and it's just for holding it in one position or the other. This doesn't have it. It's just a straight through, and it just moves like that. These are a tiny bit longer, not by much, like I was hoping, but they are longer and they are stronger. I've ripped the aluminum out of this one, not on this peg, but on one of these bikes before. So I'm hoping that this cast aluminum piece, maybe it's billet, no, it's definitely cast. Anyways, this will be stronger, and I'll actually be able to take it off of jumps. And as you can see, I already got one side installed. It basically just sits on it like that. Your foot's holding it in that position, and then you can kind of go like that. But for the most part, it's just staying like that. And they are labeled left and right, so there is no confusion. So pretty simple, straightforward-ish, simple-ish. As far as the rear pegs go, I'm probably gonna have to squish the mounting tabs a little bit. Otherwise, while I'm driving solo, it's just gonna be doing that the whole time. It'd probably get annoying. Although I might not be able to hear anything out of my helmet, but we'll still see if we can't make it a little bit more stiff. And again, you know, pretty solid, pretty good looking. So good purchase, I think. All right, I think we're gonna end it here and do a second part video, and we're gonna continue building this mini bike up. I got some bigger plans for it, bigger than what's coming up in the next mini bike build. You'll probably see it in like episode 3 of this little mini series. I don't know what you call it, whatever. But I'm having fun with it. They're fun bikes. It was a good purchase. Definitely worth the 500 bucks. I think I might even buy another one for the old lady. So that'll be it for this episode. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow if you haven't done so already. And Mechanic Dave, we'll see you next time.
Now on a motorcycle that goes...